The Pasadena police chief is calling for an internal investigation after an unarmed 19-year-old teenager is shot and killed by police. We have the latest out of Pasadena coming up in just a few minutes for you.
Pasadena's police chief is asking for outside help with the investigation into a controversial shooting. Two of his officers were involved in a shooting that left a 19-year-old unarmed man dead. KTLA's Christina Pascucci joins us live from Pasadena with the details. Good morning.
Good morning, Megan. And yes, this is where the Pasadena Police Chief, Philip Sanchez, he met with community leaders yesterday, as well as the lawyer representing 19-year-old Kendrick McDade's family. Now, that unarmed teen, he was shot Saturday here in Pasadena. Let's show you the scene right now if we could. McDade, he was a burglary suspect. Police, they pursued him, then they shot at him after they say he reached for his waistband. Now, McDade was shot as many as 10 times. He later died from those injuries. Since this incident happened, local newspapers, also the American Civil Liberties Union of Southern California, they've been really pushing for more information surrounding the circumstances of this incident. The police chief has now also asked LA County Office of Independent Review to look into this case, and it's really got a lot of attention also because people are saying it reminds them of the Trayvon Martin case, that Florida teenager who was shot last month. So yet to be seen what happened, but we will keep you updated on this and bring you more in the 5 o'clock hour. For now, reporting live in Pasadena, Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News. I'll throw it back to you guys.
All right.
An unarmed man shot and killed by Pasadena police. There are new developments in the story this morning. I'm live in Pasadena, and we'll tell you all about it coming up in just a few minutes.
Jim, thank you. Pasadena's police chief is asking for outside help with the investigation into a deadly officer-involved shooting. The victim, a 19-year-old man who was unarmed. KTLA's Christina Pascucci joins us live from Pasadena with these details. Christina.
Good morning, Megan. Yeah, the police chief here, Philip Sanchez, he's been meeting with civil rights activists, community leaders, also the lawyer representing the family of Kendrick McDade. There's conflicting reports of whether he's 19 or 20 years old, but the family's lawyer, Carrie Harper, she just says that this case is unbelievable. The man, he was reportedly unarmed and 20 years old. He was shot Saturday here in Pasadena. Let's show you the scene if we could. McDade, he was a burglary suspect. Police pursued him, then shot at him after the man grabbed at his waistband. McDade was hit as many as 10 times by those shots and then died. Now, since this incident, local newspapers, Pasadena Star, the American Civil Liberties Union, other civil rights activists of Southern California, they've been pushing for more information surrounding the circumstances. For example, the identity of the officers involved, more information as to what exactly happened before they fired those shots. The police chief has also asked LA County Office of Independent Review to look more into this and figure out exactly what happened. This teenager, at the time when he was shot, he's described as a former standout football player from Azusa High, and a lot of people saying this really mirrors the Trayvon Martin case, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. We're waiting to hear from police this morning when they come around 7 o'clock this morning, and we will bring you the very latest as we get it. Reporting live in Pasadena, Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News.
All right, Chris.
Pasadena's police chief is asking for an outside agency to help in the investigation into a deadly police shooting. Two of his officers were involved in a shooting that left a 20-year-old unarmed man dead. Christina Pascucci just spoke with family members. She joins us live with details. Christina.
Good morning, Michaela. Yes, we're outside Kendrick McDade's home. He is the 19-year-old who was shot and killed by police this past Saturday. His mom, sisters, uncles are all inside saying the same thing we've been hearing from civil rights leaders. They want an investigation. This all stems from an alleged burglary in Pasadena. We can show you the scene right now. Kendrick and a 17-year-old accomplice. They're accused of stealing a laptop, and then police pursued the two suspects. They say Kendrick reached for his waistline, and that's when police shot. Kendrick died. His alleged accomplice now faces multiple charges, but the Pasadena police chief, he's calling for an LA Sheriff's watchdog group to find out what exactly happened in this case. The American Civil Liberties Union also pushing for a more thorough investigation, saying something about this just doesn't seem right. We did talk to his family earlier, saying to hear what they had to say about this case.
Like, I was talking to some of his high school buddies. Like, everybody knew Kendrick. Everybody loved Kendrick at his school. Like, nobody had any problems with him. Like, I changed this boy's diapers. I brought him up, and he was just a great kid. Like, I respected him, and I'm 10 years older than him.
Most of all, we want justice. We want the details of the case of what's going on, because we don't really know anything.
Many people saying that this really smells like the Trayvon Martin case, the unarmed kid who was shot and killed in Florida last month. Kendrick's family, they say they want an investigation, a more thorough investigation into what happened. They want justice for their son, brother, nephew, and in addition to the pain they're enduring for his life being cut too short, they're saying now they simply have no idea how they're going to pay for funeral costs. We do have more information on this story on our website. You can see it there, KTLA.com. Reporting in Azusa, I'm Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News. Back to you guys.
The family of a Pasadena police shooting victim is speaking out this morning. The family of 19-year-old Kendrick McDade is searching for answers to his death following an altercation with police last weekend. Christina Pascucci joins us live from Azusa with details.
Good morning, Michaela. Yes, we are outside Kendrick McDade's home here in Azusa. He's a 19-year-old who was shot and killed by police in Pasadena this past weekend, as you said. And this morning, his family spoke exclusively to KTLA. His mom, sister, uncles, all inside this home right here, saying the same thing we've been hearing from civil rights leaders. They want an investigation. Let's take a look at the scene as it unfolded on Saturday. This all stems from that alleged burglary in Pasadena. Kendrick and his 17-year-old accomplice, they're accused of stealing a laptop. So then police pursued them, the two suspects. They say Kendrick seemed to be reaching for his waistline, and that's when they shot, they say, in self-defense. Kendrick did die from those wounds. His alleged accomplice now faces multiple charges related to that alleged burglary. The Pasadena police chief, he's calling for an LA Sheriff's watchdog group to find out what happened in this case. The American Civil Liberties Union, they're also pushing for a more thorough investigation outside of the police department. Kendrick's family saying they want the same. You just see it in their eyes how devastated this family is, that he really meant so much to them. And also a lot of people saying this really seems like the Trayvon Martin case, the kid who was shot and killed in Florida last month. This family saying they really want justice for their son. They're also trying to help pay for funeral costs. If you have any interest in helping them, you can go to our website, KTLA.com, and find all the information on our site. Reporting live in Azusa, Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News. Back to you guys.
All right, Christina.
Michaela, a 19-year-old man shot and killed by police. His family speaks exclusively to KTLA 5 News. We'll have that story from Azusa coming up in just a few minutes.
The family of a Pasadena police shooting victim is speaking out this morning. They're searching for answers in the death of 19-year-old Kendrick McDade following an altercation with police last weekend. Christina Pascucci joins us live from Azusa with the details. Christina.
Good morning, Michaela. Yeah, it's a pretty controversial story. Two police officers saying they had to shoot and kill Kendrick McDade because of self-defense, but we're outside the family's home right now, and we spoke to them earlier, and they're saying not only was their son not armed, but they want an investigation launched.
All I ever heard from Kendrick or saw from Kendrick was laughter, and now I'm not going to see a smile anymore.
19-year-old Kendrick McDade's family in mourning as they demand answers as to why the teen had to die. His uncle spoke to KTLA 5 exclusively this morning.
Most of all, we want justice. We want the details of the case of what's going on, because we don't really know anything.
McDade was shot and killed by police in Pasadena Saturday night. Police were pursuing both McDade and his 17-year-old accomplice after they allegedly stole a laptop. Police say McDade was reaching into his waistline when the two officers shot in self-defense. McDade died a short time later. His alleged accomplice faces multiple charges related to the burglary.
I wanted to be known whether Kendrick was at fault or whether these two officers were at fault.
Now the American Civil Liberties Union and other civil rights groups have pushed for a more thorough investigation. Tuesday, Pasadena Police Chief Philip Sanchez called for the Los Angeles County Office of Independent Review to further investigate the case.
Any one of us would trade places with Kendrick in a heartbeat, because he had his whole life ahead of him.
Now, this case is getting especially a lot of attention because of the timing of it. People comparing it to the Trayvon Martin case, that young unarmed kid who was shot and killed in Florida last month. Now, we are going to talk to police and have more on this story coming up on your KTLA News at 1 o'clock. Reporting live in Azusa, I'm Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News. Back to the desk.
All right, Christina, thank you very much.